MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Jose Alvarez is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now batting, Alejandro De Aza. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Open stance by De Aza. Here's the pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in looking to make it two in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this home, one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now and walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Hey, just a nice piece of hit right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Here's Yonder Alonso, who comes in hitting in the 370s for the season. Clearly always a threat with the bat. Ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Alonso is holding on to a batting average way down in the 210s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with the batting average on the season, but he's found a way to get on base north of 350, working walks with an unbelievable eye at the dish.
0-2 to Alonso. De Aza aboard here at first with nobody out. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
But there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Missed with a slider. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
You know, Kenny Jansen, D-Row, he's kind of hard to figure out. Doesn't give a lot on the edges. He'll make you bring the ball into that plate.
Yeah, Dan, Kenny Jansen is definitely consistent, and he'll reward pitchers around the knees. But on the edges right there, sometimes it's hit or
miss. The runner at first with no outs here. Line toward right center. Stanton moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, there's only a few guys that can swing it and flip it, like Joey Bats, Jose Bautista. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Stepping in, Michael Franco, a real threat with the bat, currently the National League home run leader. First delivery to him on the way. And the changeup is way low that time. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Now a snap throw to first. And a dive, but he's back in there. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Popped him up. Ashe has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 19.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch. Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work in off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. The 2-0 on the way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Takes a knee-high fastball. A runner on first with 2 away. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Hit hard to the right. Foul. Bautista swings, and this is well hit to left. Looking up is Yelich. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Home run number 2 for him on the year as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
I can tell you one thing, you might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Here's Drew Stubbs now as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Stubbs is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. The 0-1 pitch. And he misses with it. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Titans strike for a pair, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up from Miami. It's now 2-0 Philly. Scott Kazmir, a Texas-born left-hander, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA, and it's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Left side. Played on the backhand. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bat.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. Runner back standing. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Yelich on at first, nobody out. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly. And another snap throw to the back. A dive, but he's back. The 1-0. Misses above the zone for a ball. Dan D-Row, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, I can't tell you how important it is to throw that first run up on the board, and that's exactly what they did. Little crooked number, a 2 spot to give their pitcher a chance to relax and go out and pound the strike zone. This team has been playing red-hot baseball recently.
The 2-1 will not catch the zone. Ball 3. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. Nobody out. Runner on first. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Up next from Miami, Giancarlo Stanton. RBI opportunity for him here, and he's the guy you want at the plate, currently leading the National League in that category. First delivery to him on the way. There's a strike. In his career, Stanton hits a little over the 270 mark. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Kazmir has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and the ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today one of those pitch-to-contact kind of guys. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He relies a lot on his defense, and one of the keys, he's not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. With that said, he needs some defense behind him because he's not going to get a whole lot of swings and misses.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
None out, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400? As he goes, so goes the team. He's playing great ball and making things happen.
So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Justin Bour. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Now the 2-0. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. First and second now, 1 man out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
And misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only 1 away.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Very weakly on the ground. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Little dribbler down the line. He gets fouled. Here it comes on 0-2. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
One of the toughest pitches they hit, the straight changeup, right? El Camino. Hadn't seen it in an entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Cody Ashe. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He looks to do some early damage with the bases loaded. Both the tying and go-ahead runs aboard. He connects on this one. High in the air and deep out to left field. Gone! It's a grand slam. So 1 swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. 3rd home run for him on the year, and it'll leapfrog him out in front to a 4-2 lead.
Oh, man, when he got the second out, I thought he might come out of this unscathed. But after that towering grand slam, he's about as scathed as you can get. Is that a word? Who cares? It is now.
Stepping up to the plate, Derek Dietrich. It's been a really slow start to the season for him. As you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Ready. Here's the first offering. A little bouncer. Foul, strike 1. Kazmir's ready. Here's the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as the side is retired. But a big inning for the Marlins as they get 4 courtesy of the grand slam. We'll head to the top of the 2nd, and the Fish have taken a 4-2 lead. Here's Ben Zobrist now. They'll get us started in the top of the 2nd.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
In there, and it's even at 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. Ward is there for it. 1 out.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's take a look at Christian Yelich, former Gold Glove winner in 2014. Covers a ton of ground out there and don't test the arm.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Pete Gonzalez, and it's been a slow start to the year, as you see there, just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Now here's the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down right there and get him off balance.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And 0-2 misses with a fastball. 1 out, nobody on. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this is taken in for the second out.
Batting 8, third baseman number 2, Jose Iglesias.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Jose Iglesias. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch coming. Here it is. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Stanton at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Phillies down in order. They trail it here 4-2. Digging in, JT Realmuto. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a high pop-up. Gonzalez is under it. He's got it 1 away.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Jose Alvarez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count.
Yelich.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Christian Yelich. First pitch on its way. And that misses ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Bolton, 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last two pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. In the air, down the line in left. De Aza on the move. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Marlins, as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. A great shot there of the blue waters and long sandy stretches of Miami Beach. Back now for the top of the third inning on the show.
Leading off for the Phillies.
Leading off the
pitcher,
inning,
number
Scott
26.
Kazmir, and they'll need him to get something
Kazmir.
going here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball inside.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Way in front of that fastball.
1-2.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. So 1 gone now as we give you a look at where these two
Up
teams
next for
find
Philadelphia,
themselves entering play
the
in the
fielder,
National League's Eastern Division race.
De Aza.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alejandro De Aza. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0. Laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1. In there for strike number 2. The 1-2. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Ozuna is over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
First baseman number 23, Yonder Alonso.
At the plate, Yonder Alonso. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch. Slider that just grabs the outside corner. Third inning here, already 4-2 our score. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Fly ball right down the line in left. After it is Yelich. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still down by a count of 4-2. Riding in once again, Johnny Craig.
Leading
He
off
will
for the
walk
Marlins,
his first time up.
the shortstop, Johnny Craig.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0. It is a fastball, then off the plate for a ball. And that's over. 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Now the 2-1. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? Zobrist over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The right fielder,
One away in the inning, and it's time to check out the standings in the National League East to see where the Phils find themselves entering play today. So one gone in the inning now, and here's the right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Ripped down the line, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
Line drive to left. De Aza is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Stepping in now, Justin Bour. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 276 the average coming in for him. 7 homers and 22 RBIs. The 1-0. He's in there for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning continues. The throw into second. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Let's slow this one down and take another look. Great camera angle here, looking straight down the left field line. You see him take that inside route to the ball. His hands stay back, and he goes oppo to find himself at second.
Into the box, Marcell Ozuna. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Kazmir sets. Here's the 1-0.
That's a ball.
And he falls behind now. 2-0.
No strike.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching it.
Bour stands at second with 2 gone. 2-1.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Two and 2 to Marcell Ozuna. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to South Florida following this. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Micah Franco gets set to start out the inning. First offering on its way. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. High pop-up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Bautista. He's looking to add on to his 2 RBI game from earlier.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Man, this guy has retired a whole slew right now. I think what he needs to do is just stay focused and keep attacking the game plan like he has up to this point, because everything he's done has worked.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. Into left field for a 1-out hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is, they're looking to line up, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Here's Drew Stubbs now. He swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the 0-1. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And there's out number 2.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Runner in scoring position with Sagan. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 0-1 the count. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Looking at his career totals, Zobrist is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Stanton has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Philadelphia. They trail it here 4-2. Here's Cody Ashe.
Leading off the fourth for the Marlins, third baseman, Cody Ashe.
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a drive out to left center field. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, every pitcher gets to start the inning with a fresh slate, and he's out trying to put that last inning behind him. But he's got to be shaking his head right here. A leadoff double on the first pitch, and he's back in trouble again. Things just not going his way right now.
In now, Derek Dietrich, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Diaz's under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, catcher, J.T. Realmuto.
Ready now for the Marlins, J.T. Realmuto. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's a ball.
There's one well above the zone for a ball. One and 0 pitch on the way. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. Ashe leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Down low, and the clock thickens here. 3-0. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jose Alvarez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
The left fielder, number 21, Christian Yelich.
Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Christian Yelich. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
That's a ball.
Fastball that just misses inside. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. One and 1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
1-1.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there on the base path. Scoring more here would be huge.
Swing on a little tapper. Goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. outside. And try as he might, but he can't escape the tag there, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Marlins lead it 4-2. At the plate, Pete Gonzalez. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
He's set, and the pitch. And that one just missed outside. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Now the 2-0 home. Taken, strike one. Now that's popped up. Dietrich moving to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Third baseman number 2, Jose Iglesias.
Ready for another chance. Jose Iglesias so far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. 1-0 on the face. 4-2 our score here as we play inning number 5. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Changeup in for a strike. The 2-1 home is a sinker that gets below the zone for a ball.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
Swinging a ground ball to third. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, pitcher, Scott Kazmir.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Scott Kazmir, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. He's set. Here it comes. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Set and the 1-1 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. Home half of the 5th coming up. Miami's out in front, 4-2. Ready once again, Johnny Craig.
Leading
0
off
for
for
1
the
with a run
Marlins.
scored thus far.
The shortstop, Johnny Craig.
First offering on its way. Fastball down near the shoe tops. The 1-0. is looked at for the first strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there.
When you know a guy has a great changeup on the mound, you got to be willing to give up full side of the plate from time to time. It just looked like his timing was a smidge off.
That's a ball.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. The 2-2. Still even at 2-2. The 2-2. Fouled off. Hit hard on the ground to second. There to play it is Zobrist. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. Four runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. He definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this one.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Justin Bour. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way.
That ball's foul.
2 out, nobody on. Now this one hit hard out to right field by Bour and deep. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Wind up and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Miami down in order, but they still lead this one 4-2. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Alejandro De Aza. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Set. Here's the 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Realmuto is there, and he'll bring this one in.
First baseman, number 23.
Here's Yonder Alonso. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. Grounded to the right. Oh, what a stop on the slide. In time.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Michael Franco.
Riding in once again, Michael Franco, who was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Comes set and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On its way is pitch number 75.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
Shot weakly to the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. Still down by a count of 4-2.
Your attention, please.
Busher enters to
Now
do the
pitching
pitching
for the
in the
Phillies.
bottom of the 6th.
Number 28, Pablo Busher.
Ready once again, Marcell Ozuna.
Leading off for the Marlins.
Starting the Marlins
Center
6th.
fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
First offering on its way. There's
Oh,
a
that's
fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Busher, 30 years of age. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. The 1-0 home. Misses for the second ball.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Takes a knee-high fastball. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Ball
He's
3.
fallen behind now. 3-1. Waiting on deck here is Cody Ashe. He'll be next. Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
3-2.
The 3-2 pitch. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Cody Ashe will stand in now as we take you back to the very first inning as he got him going early. A grand slam right out of the gates. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Ball 1.
And a fastball just a bit up. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And there he goes towards second. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Stubbs is over. 1 out.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman, Derek Dietrich.
Digging in to try it again. Derek Dietrich 0 for 2 for him to this point. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air to shallow center. Stubbs moving in He makes the running play. 2 down.
Up next for the Marlins, catcher, J.T. Realmuto.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, J.T. Realmuto. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Moving under it, Stubbs makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. It's the Marlins 4 and the Phillies 2. Welcome back to South Florida. It's on to the 7th inning with the Marlins on top, and it's a good time to check out our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here.
Your attention, please. These changes for Miami. Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 46. Now playing second base and batting in the 9th spot, number 3.
Digging in and looking for more, Jose Bautista is off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Leadoff hitters aboard, and that means the tying run will come forward here in the late innings.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better shake yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league way ago.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy is off to a great start in this.
Into the box now, Drew Stubbs. Fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. No hits to this point. The 1-0 is laid off of down and in.
No strike.
Popped him up. Realmuto over to his right, and he brings it in on the warning track.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Digging in once again, Ben Zobrist. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Runners on the move for second. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. He is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Zobrist with a 1-2 count now.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
The 1-2. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-2. Here's a high pop-up. Realmuto waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, catcher, Pete Gonzalez.
Ready for another shot now, Pete Gonzalez. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Bautista at second with 2 down. Behind 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Another 0-2 home. And he fouls this one off. Two out here and a runner at second. Grounded to short. Oh, and it's sailed right over his head at first. And will come in to score from second base, and that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw.
Wow, I know shortstops have the reputation for being flashy, and I think he was trying to show off his cannon of an arm on that one. But the cannon was a little too powerful, and the ball sails way over the first baseman's head. He did get a lot behind the throw, though.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Marlins, number 22, Carter.
Stepping in now, Jose Iglesias. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Phillies will have to be content with just the one. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Marlins lead this one 4-3. Here's Echeverria now. He's newly entered into the ballgame, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7.
Echeverria.
Into the at-bat on its way. Hold strike on the inside corner.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt.
1-1.
Pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Yeah, right there. It's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Stays alive, still 2-2. Another try at 2-2. Line toward the gap in left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
In is Christian Yelich. So take a look at the pitch. Too low. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball. 1-1.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointing towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on point.
Now the 2-1. Fastball looked at for a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Line drive base hit. Throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Into the box, Johnny Craig. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Set with the 0-1. Pitch inside the throw. Well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
And to me, they just can't let guys get lead like that, especially knowing that the guy behind the plate isn't known for his arm. Here he swipes third, and they just kind of gave it to him.
We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. And tough fastball to lay off on 1 and 2, but he did, and it's 2 and 2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
3-2.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Count still full, 3-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Franco has it. So gets him 2 down.
The right fielder, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton now. been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Looking to keep this a one-run game, the pitch. And that's in there for strike one.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on
that's
straight.
just out.
Ball one. Yelich at third with 2 away. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game. One left for Miami, but they hang on to a one-run lead, 4-3.
Your attention, please.
Been summoned
Now
from the
pitching for the
bullpen as he'll
Marlins,
do so to start the
Number
game.
49, Will Baloo. And pitching for the Phillies,
To a pinch hit
Number
here, and he's
55,
the potential tying run.
Trejo.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 1 home run, 10 RBIs.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
1-1 to count. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that misses. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Here now the 2-2. Bouncer up the middle. Craig fields it cleanly in the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Man, as we take another look at this in slow motion, you can see that the first baseman makes a great effort to scoop it out of the dirt. Almost had it, but it squirts out of the pocket, and the man's on board with a throwing error.
Here's Alejandro De Aza as he will look at a
Outside,
first pitch fastball for ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Two and 0 now.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Now the 2-0 home. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for 1. First, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point of the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Here's Yonder Alonso. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Ballou, a left-hander that stands 6'1" tall. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer. (4-3) our score here as we play the 8th. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2. Fouled away.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Phillies go down quietly there. They still trail it here 4-3.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 6, Matt McCormick.
Ready for another chance?
Leading off for the Marlins,
was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Justin Moore.
First delivery to him on the way. And it's fouled away. Behind 0-2 now. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can
smoke the other way, high and deep to left. And it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot for Justin Bour. 8th home run on the season for him, and it's now 5-3.
Everyone in the home dugout just seemed to breathe a little easier. They're up 2 and only need 3 outs in their bullpen to wrap up the W. It's always nice to work with a little extra wiggle room.
Now batting,
here's Marcell Ozuna.
Marcell Ozuna.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. One 1-0 count. Here it is. Fouled off. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Here's Cody Ashe. Looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Behind 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. The 1-2. Looked at for ball number 2. Here now the 2-2. There's wood on it there, but foul, so we'll do it again. Here's another 2-2. Right down Main Street, caught him looking.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
Jared Saltalamacchia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 39, Jared Saltalamacchia.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
Count even at 2-2 to the Marlins catcher.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch,
though. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Fly ball to straightaway left. After it is Diaza, but he won't get there. It falls in. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now batting, catcher J.T. Realmuto.
Into the box now, J.T. Realmuto. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. Saltalamacchia stands at second with 2 gone. One 0 pitches his slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. There's a slider taken for a ball.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
The 2-1. Fastball down below the knees.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
Taken for strike 2.
We got a full count.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Stubbs racing back to the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And that'll play the run from second base, and the lead is 3 now at 6-3. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Hey, Hero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run push and has to make it.
Here's Echeverria now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Set to deliver the 0-1. Popped him up. Zobrist is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We've played 8 full. The Marlins lead it 6-3. Steve Cishek comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here at the top of the ninth. Digging in, Michael Franco will be the one to lead off against Cishek, who tries to secure the victory.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And a pitch in third as he lays off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Strike 2 swinging. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
2 strikes.
The 2-2. Right side hit hard. And this will get through into right. And he's aboard with a single. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning. So he waited till the 9th inning when he comes through here to extend the hit streak.
Yeah, Matty B. You see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he didn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on you because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. On the ground to second base. This could be two. One there. Back to first. The ninth inning double play. And they're an out away from closing this one out.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
Here's Drew Stubbs now. Hit down the line at first. And a foul ball here, 0-1. He could really use a knock here, 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 delivery.
That's a
and
ball.
it's 1-1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
6-3 the final score today. The Miami Marlins put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Jose Alvarez earns the win, his second. Steve Cishek closes the door for the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score for this afternoon. First for the victorious Miami.